Welcome to our executive interview series at the 2025 Zero Trust Summit here at the Spy Museum, presented by CyberScoop. I'm Wyatt Cash, and we're here with Dr. John Sahlin, Vice President of Cyber Solutions at GDIT. John, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Wyatt.
First, I'd like to ask, agencies are working to implement zero trust, but many say that the real challenge is applying it at the edge, and where conditions are often unpredictable and not easily accessible. What makes zero trust at the edge different from enterprise level implementations?
Yeah, thank you for that question, because my background has been focused on dealing with the tactical edge for the majority of my career. And the thing that I found that's different about the edge is, first of all, the dynamicism of the mission situation at the edge, how quickly things change. You go in planning for one mission, and pretty soon the conditions, the threat environment, the environment changes the entire scope of what you thought the mission was when you originally planned. So the need for that kind of flexibility at the edge to allow maneuver commanders, local on-scene mission leads, regardless of whether it's a military mission, a FEMA, HADR, humanitarian assistance, disaster recovery kind of mission, all of those things, you need to have the ability to stick and move as the nature of the mission changes over time.
And then, as agencies develop and evolve their zero trust strategies, what key investments should they make to ensure success at the edge as well as at the central part of the enterprise?
So there are a variety of areas we could be focusing on, but I like to focus on biggest bang for the buck. And my first experience with mission partner data sharing at the edge was, almost 15 years ago now, with the Hurricane Katrina cleanup efforts, where I deployed with a military unit to help coordinate the command and control efforts. Now, we originally planned it just to be military, but then the local parish sheriff wanted access to our data because they saw we had good information. The local hospital, so the first responder networks, the non-governmental organizations like Red Cross, they all wanted to play. And the one thing we did not have at the time, was the ability to federate identity of all of those different players that were non-military. So we basically had to tear down our network and rebuild it from scratch. Well, if I had one thing to invest in today to enable zero trust, mission enabling zero trust at the edge, the first thing would be federation of identity, credentialing, and access management at the edge. And then after that, it would really be in simplicity, user design, user experience. And that doesn't seem like a very technical thing for me to focus on, but if we're talking about mission enablement at the edge, the technology has to be usable. The interface has to be as simple as intuitive to share predator data or command and control data with a mission partner. Has to be as easy as it is sharing my Instagram feed with my buddy.
Well, Dr. John Sahlin, thank you so much for joining us here at the Zero Trust Summit and sharing some of your insights on zero trust at the edge.
Thanks a lot for having me, Wyatt. I really appreciate it.